Professor, did you read this morning's paper? Somebody broke into the museum last night and stole that early Spanish painting, the one believed to be an El Greco. What a shame, before I even had a chance to see it. Why didn't you tell me about it, Henry? Henry, did you hear me? Come have your breakfast, dear. Your coffee's getting cold. Henry? Henry? What's keeping him? I better take a look.
It is late afternoon of the same day at Homicide Police Headquarters.
The coroner's report says the bullet was a lead ball fired from an antique handgun.
And the victim's left ear was sliced off by a sharp blade of some kind.
Yeah, and pinned to the body together with a note reading, "This is only the beginning."
Beginning? Beginning of what?
Who knows? All I know is we got a real psycho to deal with. As though the plain, ordinary, everyday, made in the USA kind of nuts aren't enough. Hello, Corelli here. What? Yeah, I got it. I'll be right over. Well, he wasn't kidding about the beginning.
You mean?
Right, our psycho got himself another pinup boy.
The next morning, at an art lecture at the university, one cannot help but admire certain achievements of the Aztecs. Their temple pyramids, aqueducts, public buildings, and causeways. Mr. Parker.
Huh? What? Oh.
Mr. Parker, forgive me for this rude interruption of your siesta. But in the interest of art, and with your kind permission, I should like to continue this lecture, if I may.
Oh, sure. Go right ahead.
Thank you. To continue, consider now the famous Aztec calendar stone, a primitive yet ingenious concept for measuring time based on astronomical calculations. Well, it seems like time here has run out. In more ways than your primitive minds could ever imagine. I shall continue with this subject on Monday.
Professor Cordovan?
Yes?
Professor, I'm Captain Corelli, Homicide, New York Police.
What can I do for you, Captain?
We're trying to find out if there's any connection between the theft of a painting from the museum 2 days ago and the murder of 3 prominent New Yorkers which followed.
3? I only heard about 2.
Parker, what are you doing here?
I'm taking Professor Cordovan's course. Saw you come in. You said 3 murders? Who's the 3rd?
H. Llewellyn Fitzwilliams, art collector. Just happened sometime before dawn this morning.
The 2nd was Cyrus M. Talborn, art critic.
Right. And the 1st was Henry Wallingford Jones, curator of the museum.
I heard about the last 2. Most tragic. As assistant to Mr. Jones, I was closely associated with him. A fine gentleman. I am devastated.
You and he appear to be the only ones who have actually seen the stolen painting, the El Greco. Can you tell us anything about it?
Indeed I can. First of all, it was not an El Greco, but the work of an unknown 16th century artist.
Then it isn't particularly valuable.
Oh, I should say it's worth no more than $1,000, perhaps $2,000.
Well, there goes my theory about $1 million ransom demand. Say, tell me, Professor, whose portrait was it? Anyone important?
Not particularly. Just a soldier in the army of Cortez, conqueror of Mexico, entitled the Conquistador.
Wow. The look in his eyes when he said that. And why is my spider sense tingling all of a sudden?
Well, thanks anyway, Professor. Even though it leaves me where I was, right back on square one.
Suddenly, Professor, you interest me. And if the captain doesn't call on you, someone else will. Namely, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Late that night in the dim-lit ballroom of the rundown old mansion where Professor Cordovan lives alone.
Look at this place. Looks more like a museum than Home Sweet Home. All those old paintings on the wall, and suits of armor standing all around it. Uh-oh, here comes somebody. Well, bless my buttons and call me Columbus. Look at that. Professor Cordovan, all dressed up like a Spanish knight of old. Suit of armor, helmet, sword and all. He stopped in front of that painting. Can't quite make out what it is. What do you know? A life-size portrait of the Conquistador. And will you look at that? He's a dead ringer for the professor.
History will record that you, my noble ancestor, crushed the inferior races of Mexico like insects beneath your feet, for the greater glory of Spain.
He's talking to the picture.
But it will further record that I, Ricardo Don Diego de Cordovan, officer in the army of the great Cortez, will conquer all the Americas.
Bravo, Don Diego!
Spider-Man!
And just how does the great conquistador plan to do that little thing?
You dare mock the conquistador?
He really believes that's who he is. He's flaky as a flea on a flagpole. No offense, Excellency? Just curious as to your plan of conquest.
Since you already know more than is good for you, it will not matter if you know the rest. In a series of brilliantly planned executions, I shall remove the leaders of your decadent society and proclaim myself Governor General.
You're so modest, Excellency.
I have already eliminated 3 who scoffed at my dreams.
So you're the pin-up killer.
Executioner, not killer. And now, by order of El Conquistador, you, Spider-Man, are next.
He's out of his tree.
Do you prefer the sword or a bullet in the head?
I'll take vanilla if you don't mind.
Insolent dog, then die the death of a dog.
You missed, Excellency. With that ancient pistol, you couldn't hit City Hall at 10 paces.
Then the sword of Cortez will silence that foul tongue.
Naughty, naughty. I think I better take that pig sticker away from you with my special pig sticker remover web shot number 13 like this. Now, why not give up on this project and come with me to a nice, friendly neighborhood psychiatrist and...
The ultimate insult. But disarmed and dishonored, I have no choice but to surrender.
That's better. Here, take my hand and we'll walk out together.
Aha! And now with my bare hands, I shall crush the life from your worthless body.
Oh, I sure goofed this time. He's got the super strength of a madman. And with those spikes on his armor, I'm done for if I don't get loose fast. I feel weak. I gotta make one last... free. That's better.
Ah, there is no escape for you, Montezuma.
Montezuma? He's living the 16th century all over again.
You shall die, and your Aztecs shall be my slaves, serving the glory of Spain for 1,000 years.
He's completely mad. Gotta end this mercifully right now with my extra strong 18X webbing like so.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you, slave! I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
Yeah, Corelli here. Oh, Dr. Rialdo. Yeah. Too bad. Okay, thanks for the call.
What's the word, Captain?
You again, Parker. Don't you do anything but hang around police stations and cut out paper dolls.
Temper, Captain. Must control ourselves.
Okay. You can tell your editor that Professor Cordovan has been pronounced hopelessly insane.
Then the case of the conquistador is closed, right?
Right. And now, will you leave me in peace, please?
Sure, Captain. I only aim to please.
He's just fantastic.
Yeah, I've seen that escape act before, but never like that. No doubt about it. Merlin the Magician is the greatest since Houdini.
Here he comes back on stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, as any sophisticated Broadway audience knows, no magician can work without props or assistance of some kind. So, before I say goodnight, I'd like you to meet the trusted helpers without whose unseen support the feats of magic you have seen tonight would have been impossible. First, may I present Mope the Rope. Mope. Time to wake up, Mope. Wave hello to our friends out there. That's a good boy.
Look at that! That coil of rope! One end is rising and it's actually waving at us.
Yeah, a variation on the old Indian rope trick.
And now, old chap, fetch me my top hat off the rack there, if you don't mind. And my cape.
It's doing it! Reaching over to the rack, bringing the hat to Merlin. Now back to the rack and back to Merlin with the cape.
Thank you, old chap. No self-respecting magician should be caught without his hat and cape. Could be arrested for indecent exposure. That's all for now, Mope. You can go back to sleep. Next, may I present Cosmo the Robot. Say hello to the folks, Cosmo.
Hello to the folks, Cosmo.
That's Cosmo. He will have his little joke. But he is a very competent fellow and can move as easily as any human. Cosmo, take the table and chair off the stage, will you? Like a good fellow? Thank you. And wait for me backstage. One good thing about Cosmo, he has no mechanical parts or electronic circuits to service.
That's impossible. How can he move?
With Cosmo, what you see is what you get.
Yeah, but I don't get what I see. Why did my spider sense start tingling at the sight of Mope the Rope and Cosmo the Robot? Wow, what a superb showman!
And finally, ladies and gentlemen, meet my trusted friend and companion, flesh and blood like you and me, Rasputin the Monk.
It's a monkey.
A chimpanzee, to be more exact, and a very large one. Uh-oh, again with the spider sense.
An extraordinarily clever fellow, Rasputin. He can read, write, figure out mathematical problems, and play a good game of chess. And now that you've met all my friends, I think it's time to be moving along. Rasputin, fetch the carriage. Huh? That's it. Good man.
He's pulling a rickshaw and Merlin's getting into it.
And so, friends, on behalf of my 3 assistants and myself, I wish to thank you for your kind reception and bid you a fond farewell. Home, Rasputin.
Gee, thanks for a swell evening, Peter. Sure you won't come up for a cup of coffee?
No thanks, MJ. Got some work to do. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Gotta switch into my Spider-Man outfit and find out why a chimp, a rope, and a robot got my hackles up.
It is now 2 o'clock in the morning. On the roof of a building next to the university's new science building, we see a very different Merlin.
Those stupid audiences, like the men of academia, cannot accept the evidence of their own eyes. But now, once again, the sacred halls of Ivy will pay for rejecting Merlin Ballantyne's theory of mind over matter. The stage is set for the ultimate proof. Right, Cosmo?
The ultimate proof, right?
Without setting foot inside those walls, I have planted a bomb, which will be detonated on receipt of a signal from my mind.
Good trick, Merlin!
Spider-Man! How did you know I was here?
I followed your trail from the theater. Got a few tricks of my own, you know. Tell me, how did you plant the bomb?
With the aid of my assistants who operate only under my mind control, it was easy. Mope attached himself to the other building, and Rasputin crossed over the rope carrying the bomb and placing it where I wanted it placed.
And Cosmo?
Cosmo, I keep by my side, the protector of my person, so to speak. This procedure has proven infallible in the past.
You mean you were responsible for the destruction of the science labs of all those colleges around the country? Destruction of knowledge is a terrible thing, an abominable thing.
The work of the abominable showman, you might say. Hey, I like that.
Very funny.
But proving beyond question the supremacy of mind over matter. And now, much as I regret it, you have become an obstacle in my path, an inconsequential conglomeration of matter to be destroyed by the power of my mind.
Gotta keep him busy so he can't detonate that bomb. Maybe a little web slinging is in order here.
You missed, Spider-Man!
Wow, he deflected one of my best web shots by pure mind control.
Now to try a little slinging of my own. Get him, Mope!
The rope, fast as a snake. Got my arm, going for my throat. Gotta break it. Did it. Now for some ookie-gookie rope immobilizing web fluid like this. And Mope the rope goes Betty bye.
Cosmo! Rasputin! Destroy him!
Can't let a robot and a monkey make a monkey out of me, can I?
Destroy, destroy.
Wow, that hunk of timber was faster than I thought. Holy smoke, a killer robot in front and a crazy monkey on my back.
Spider-Man!
Flippin', huh? Hey, thanks for the tip.
A little double back flip like this. And the monk is sunk.
Cosmo, destroy!
Destroy, destroy.
Ready for you this time, Tin Man, with a double play web shot. And a robot in a sling. Happy landing, Cosmo! And as for you, Merlin, here's the old Spider-Man. By the time you wake up, the bomb will be long gone, and you'll be in a cozy little escape-proof cell where you can contemplate mind over matter for a matter of, say, 15 years?
The next morning, at the entrance to the science building,
Peter! Peter!
Oh, hi, MJ.
I thought I'd catch you before class. Did you see this story about Merlin the magician?
What story? Oh, Merlin the magician caught in bombing attempt.
What a tragic ending to the career of a wonderful showman.
Or as he himself put it, the abominable showman.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. He sure was one wonderful showman. Beautiful, Mary Jane, just beautiful.
Yeah, there's something special about Sunday morning in Central Park.
Soft summer breeze and cool green trees, shafts of golden sunlight filtering down through whispering leaves on young lovers below. Hey, how about that? Rod McEwen, eat your heart out.
I hate to tell you this, Petey, but a poet you ain't.
Oh, is that so?
But your heart's in the right place, and you do have redeeming features.
Yeah? Like what?
Ooh, listen.
Listen to what?
The bells, the old cathedral bells. I love that sound, don't you?
Who, me? Oh, sure. Hey, all of a sudden my spider sense is tingling.
So silvery clear, so pure, so near.
A poet, MJ, you also ain't. I'm tingling like crazy. Old spider sense is screaming danger. Mary Jane, look out!
Peter, that tree cut in half clean as a whistle just where I was standing before you pulled me away.
Like it was hit by lightning, only there's not a cloud in the sky.
What could it have been?
I don't know, but let's get out of here. Something tells me this is the beginning of big trouble. Trouble is, I don't know what the trouble is. Well, here we are, back on the hot, muggy streets of New York. Some ending for a Sunday morning in the park.
Oh, forget it, Petey. Just one of those things. Let's walk over to Jefferson Center and see what's on for tonight.
Okay, though I'm not exactly in the mood for Mozart and all that kind of goings-on. Uh-oh, here comes that trouble, only sooner than I expected.
Look, Peter, those police cars are headed towards... Oh, wow!
All right, stand back, everybody.
Jefferson Center! It's gone!
Wait here, MJ. I gotta get a closer look and some pictures for Jameson.
Hold it, Mac. Where do you think you're going?
Here's my press card, officer. I'm a photographer for the Bugle. Did you see what happened?
It was weird. I was sitting right here in the squad car, looking right at it, and pow! Like lightning out of the blue. No warning, no nothing. $5 million worth of cement and glass 1 minute, a pile of dust the next.
Calling all cars, stand by for special orders.
This is the commissioner.
Hey, the top brass gotta be pretty important.
At 11 o'clock this morning, a series of simultaneous bombings leveled buildings all around the city. Jefferson Center on the west side, the International Exchange downtown, a UN mission on the east side, and the University Library in the Heights were destroyed, among others. No clue as to the identity of the bombers. All off-duty officers report for duty immediately. Patrol cars in bombed areas proceed with caution. Further instructions will follow.
Sounds like time for Spider-Man to go into action. Well, thanks, officer. I've got my pictures. Mary Jane, I'll call you later. Gotta get this stuff down to the Bugle.
it is 11:45 that night. Outside a deserted warehouse downtown, a glimmer of light shines through a boarded-up window on the top floor. Inside, Sean Strickland, sound engineer at a top New York recording company, stands facing the most formidable array of electronic equipment ever assembled under one roof.
I baited the trap, and now just a few minutes, and I'm on my way. Those dumb cops will never figure out how the bombings were done. But Spider-Man will, and he'll walk right into my trap. And when he does, I, Sean Strickland, son of Sonic Man, will destroy him. Power, how sweet it is.
At that very moment, swinging his way through the canyons and rooftops of mid-Manhattan, Spider-Man thinks aloud as he approaches his rendezvous with death.
Whoever is responsible for those bombings laid them out in a neat circle around the city. At the same time, he hits the tree in the park like he's aiming an arrow for me to follow. Not to Jefferson Center, but from the center to the tree, and then straight on to... there it is. The cathedral, right smack in the center of the circle. Uh-oh. Watch it, Spidey. Old Spider's senses ring a tingle in a way like those bells. The bells. Of course! Why didn't I think of that before?
Yes, Spider-Man, you were a little slow. You kept me waiting.
Huh? Well, what do you know? Sonic Man! I should have known.
No, not Sonic Man, Ultrasonic Man.
Now I see why there were no bomb fragments, burn marks, or radioactivity at any of the bomb sites. Sound was the weapon.
Correct. By combining an ultrasonic intensifier with my multi-directional macrosonic disintegrator, I magnify the sound waves of the bells into an incredible destructive force.
So that each stroke of the bells was spreading a circle of destruction around the city. But why the tree in Central Park?
I knew your bird-brained friend Peter Parker was there with his girlfriend, and that he would get you in on the action.
At least he doesn't know that Peter Parker and Spider-Man are one and the same person. How come, chum? Why me?
Nothing personal, you understand? But by destroying Spider-Man, I'll show the world, and more particularly those dim-witted, no-talent studio execs, that I, Ultrasonic Man, who they call Sean Strickland...
The recording engineer at XYZ Recording?
Right. I'll prove that I'm the greatest sound man of all time, and I'm starting right now!
So it's the web slinger versus the bell ringer. Wow, gotta get out of the way of the sound waves of those bells. And faster, I'm a dead duck.
Too late, Spider-Man. The bells toll for you.
But not for long. How's this for a fancy web shot? Got him! All the bells in one web. And now that your bells have gone bye-bye, little man, just be a good boy and give yourself up.
Oh, yeah? Well, just try this on for size.
The fact, a sonic gun.
Attached to each hand.
You mean used to be attached to each hand? Man, he's fast. Got away from two of my best web shots. And yikes! I'm out of cartridges!
The sonic jets in my feet make me the fastest human alive, besides being the most powerful. But enough of this chit-chat. Say your prayers, Spider-Man.
He's poised on the spire of the bell tower.
Here I come!
He's diving straight at me! Both disintegrators firing and me with no weapon! It'll take a miracle to get me out of this one! Well, what do you know? The bells! They broke loose from the webbing!
Help, Spider-Man, help! My sonic jets have gone dead! I'm falling!
How about that for a miracle? The vibrations from the bells put his jets out of action. But I just can't let him fall. Gotta grab him as he comes by. Oh, there. Got him. Now, to take some of the broken webbing from the bells and wrap him up in a nice little package for the police.
Peter, did you hear what happened last night? Spider-Man captured the Mad Bomber.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was a recording genius who invented this gizmo that turns bells into bombs or something.
Well, I'll be a ding-dong daddy.
He's got these things on his hands and his feet, and the whole thing was a trap for Spider-Man, and you wouldn't believe what happened.
It is a warm summer night on a hilltop far from the bright lights of the city. A group of beginner students in astronomy gazes up at the northern stars. Their instructor is speaking.
The easiest way to identify the constellations is to start with Ursa Major, the Big Dipper.
There it is. It's beautiful.
Boy, am I thirsty. Could you pour me a Coke out of that dipper?
Very funny, Jimmy.
And over there, opposite the Big Dipper, lies Cassiopeia, Queen of the Heavens.
Looks like the letter W.
Right. Now look carefully. Halfway between the Big Dipper and Cassiopeia lies Polaris, guiding star of our planet Earth.
Hey, this is a drag. Come on, Sue. Let's split and go over there by ourselves.
Gee, I don't know.
Nobody will even notice we're gone.
Well, okay, but just for a little while.
And there, winding a huge coil around Polaris like a serpent getting ready to strike, lies Draco the Dragon.
Wow, really looks like a dragon. And hey, look at all those shooting stars. Almost like the dragon is breathing fire right down at us.
That's just a meteor shower, but it is unusually bright.
I'd swear they landed right there on the other side of the hill.
What an imagination she's got. Hey, isn't this better than being with them?
Well...
They have almost human bodies.
A dragon head.
They're heading right toward the others.
And look at that one, bigger than the rest. He looks like he is a dragon, breathing smoke and fire.
But he walks like a man.
I think he's the...
Earth people, hear me and hear me well. I, Draco, King of the Dragon Men, Master of the Heavens, from this moment on shall rule over planet Earth. Your fate is sealed. The next morning, down at the Daily Bugle, publisher J. Jonah Jameson is furious.
Listen to this! Mysterious disappearance of young group of students terrifies country, battles police. That's from the Clarion. And this, reports of strange lights, UFOs, and weird creatures from space have aroused fear and panic in the countryside. That's from the Ledger. And what have we got? Not a word, not a picture.
Mr. Jameson, these reports just came in. You better look at them.
Invasion by creatures from space confirmed. New York City may be their next objective. Eyewitnesses describe space creatures as dragon men. Parker!
Yes, sir?
Parker, this is the biggest thing of the century. You get out there and get me some pictures fast, or you're through. You got that?
Yes, sir. Is he mad?
And as for the rest of you so-called reporters...
Dragon men. Oh, boy, I never did go for all that space creature jiving. Uh-oh, my spider sense is tingling.
Hi, Peter. Where are you going in such a hurry?
Hi, Mary Jane. Old Jameson sent me on a wild goose chase. He's really freaking out.
Mind if I join you?
Oh, come on. Only, you're gonna have to move fast. Something strange going down. Everywhere I walk, it's like danger walking along with me. Especially when I pass a manhole or a sewer.
Peter Parker, are you talking to yourself again?
Huh? Oh, sorry, MJ. Look, this thing's bugging me. I'll call you soon, okay?
Well, if that's the way you feel.
Hated to do that, but I gotta get back to my pad, switch into my Spider-Man outfit. Old Webhead gotta take a closer look at the sidewalks of New York. And I don't mean the song of the same title.
Late that afternoon, in one of the myriad of subterranean passages beneath the streets of the city,
Yuck! Boy, I can think of 100 places I'd rather be than down here in the sewer system of New York. But from the minute I got here, my spider sense has been jumping like a yo-yo. Every passage I've been in has been sending out danger signals. And yet I haven't seen... Hey, wait a minute. Light up ahead. Gotta move in closer. Look at that! A huge control room of some kind. I wasn't here before. And who or what is running those machines? Jump in Jupiter, it's the Dragon Men! And up on that platform, that's got to be the leader. He's a dragon, an honest-to-goodness, fire-eating, smoke-breathing dragon, standing up like a 10-foot man and...
Welcome, Spider-Man. Come in.
Holy cow, he even talks like a man. And how does he know me? I gotta play this cool. At your service, Mr.
We can dispense with pretense, Spider-Man.
Not a bad rhyme for a dragon.
Draco, King of the Dragon Men, has not descended from the heavens to bandy words with mere earthlings.
Then why has Draco come?
Since you are about to die, I'll tell you why. By midnight tonight, your time, the mighty Draco will be master of planet Earth.
From what I see right here, looks like he could do it, too. Gotta stall for time, learn his plan. Sounds like a tall order, even for a bragging dragon.
Your insolence is beneath my notice, Spider-Man. But the minute I activate this miniature model of my hydromagnetic energy deactivator...
Miniature? It must be 20 feet long by 10 feet high.
Precisely. This miniature HMD will instantaneously paralyze every energy source in this city.
Every energy source? You mean people, too?
Obviously. Every living thing in its minuscule way is an energy source and will be deactivated, paralyzed, as you might say.
Then what? New York is only one small part of the world.
When word of this event is heard all around your so-called world, I shall issue an ultimatum which will bring it to its knees, subject to the rule of Draco.
Gotta stop him and his machine somehow.
But first I shall dispose of the one Earthling who might get in my way. You, Spider-Man. When Draco next speaks, you shall die.
Wow, that was close. He's a walking flamethrower. Shot that flame out of his mouth 30 feet away. Ha ha ha! You missed, old buddy. You want to try again? Gotta lure him away from that machine long enough to get a shot at it. Come on, I'm waiting for you. Or is the mighty Draco afraid to get off his pedestal?
Draco fears nothing or no one, least of all you, Spider-Man.
Ah, he's off the platform, coming toward me. Just a little more, baby, that's it.
Die, Spider-Man!
Missed again, chum! Now's my chance to get some of Spidey's patented heavy-duty, icky, sticky web fluid all over the controls of that machine, like this! Got it! I've deactivated the deactivator. What does that do to your flaky plan, Drakey baby?
Dragonman! Seize him! Destroy him!
Uh-oh. I wondered how long before they got into the act. There's too many of them. Gotta get out of here fast.
Don't let him get away! Take him! Stop him!
I'm positive one of these tunnels leads to the control room of the city's water supply. Wow! There it is! Man, those old spider instincts really come in handy down here. Now, to divert the water flow just long enough to flood the underground passages. Uh-oh, here come a few of Draco's pretty boys. A couple of well-aimed shots by the web slinger. And they're out of action. Now to turn on the flood. And get out of here!
It is now 10 o'clock that night.
Nice to be on the streets of New York instead of under them.
Yes, the latest here, special night edition. Dragon Men destroyed an underground flood. Now revealed to have been robots, not humanoids. Dragon Men destroyed. Get the latest here.
Robots? From outer space? Gotta get me up high where the air is fresh and I can clear my head and do some thinking. A little web slinging and up, and away I go! Hey, you know, this old Empire State Building is still pretty high. And how clear the stars look from up here. There's the Big Dipper, and Cassiopeia, and Polaris. And, well, what do you know? Draco the Dragon, still up there. Then the leader of the Dragon Men wasn't an invader from space.
Correction, Spider-Man. Isn't an invader from space.
You, Draco, or whatever your name is, so you managed to escape.
Though you destroyed my army, you can never destroy Draco.
Come off it, Drakey, old chum. Tell me, who are you really, and why the masquerade?
This is no masquerade, I assure you. I am Demosthenes Q. Drake.
Demosthenes Drake, winner of the Nobel Prize in Biology?
At your service.
But he was reported lost during an expedition down the Amazon years ago.
Simply a cover story for my greatest experiment.
Don't tell me you allowed yourself to be bitten by a radioactive dragon, like I was bitten by a spider.
You, my friend, are nothing but a freak. A mutation by accident. Draco is the triumphant result of the deliberate introduction of the genes of a giant species of iguana into the bloodstream of a human.
Transforming gentle little Demosthenes Drake into a huge fire-eating dragon that walks like a man?
And now, once and for all, we shall test Darwin's law of the survival of the fittest.
Pretty sneaky, Draco. But you missed again. Your aim hasn't improved, and neither is your breath. You ought to try Fresh, the mouthwash for droopy dragons.
Your infantile wit will not save you, Spider-Man. Now, for the first time, you will feel the full power of the King of Dragons.
Wow! He shot flames from both hands and his mouth. Didn't expect that. Uh-oh. Poisonous fumes got me. Nearly paralyzed. I can hardly move.
I've got you. And now I'm going to enjoy tearing you limb from limb.
He's coming at me full speed. If he hits me, I'm a goner.
Now, die, Spider-Man!
Gotta move. Now! He went over the edge. Hit that roof 20 floors below. Gotta get down and look at him close up. My head's clearing now. Fumes wearing off. Well, I'll be. There's nothing left, not a thing. Wait a minute, what's that? I don't believe it. An iguana. A tiny iguana crawling away. Just disappeared down that hole in the wall. What an inglorious end to the career of the great Demosthenes Drake. But what a great day for the world!
Come in. If it's men's hats you're looking for, Harry the Hat is where it's at. What can I do for you? I'm Harry.
Oh, hi. I want to buy a hat for my boyfriend.
Aha! You came to the right place. What size?
About 7.5, I think.
Got just the thing. Look at this beauty. Bright and snappy, make you both happy.
Well, Peter is on the conservative side. I think this is a little too far out for
Not
him.
another word. I know just what you want. Just take a look at this magnificent display over here.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special bulletin. In a bold daylight holdup, the Second National Bank was robbed by a thief with a flair for the fantastic. Dressed like Robin Hood, the bandit got away with $1 million in less than 20 minutes.
$1 million for 20 minutes work? In my store, it would take me 20 years to make half that.
In a flamboyant farewell gesture, he tossed a feather from his hat to a girl teller as he left.
Sounds romantic.
I don't know. Stuff like that could give hats a bad name.
Meanwhile, at police headquarters.
Everybody wants in on showbiz. First, it's that clown running around dressed up like Paul Revere.
Yeah, only Paul Revere was too busy holding on to his horse to be holding on to the loot from 3 banks.
And then that fugitive from the 3 Musketeers calling himself D'Artagnan, ripping off $1 million Rembrandt at the museum. The commission has been on my back ever since.
And now, Robin Hood, like out of an old Errol Flynn movie.
Yeah, with all these dinglings running loose, all I need is for that creep Spider-Man to pull one of his capers, and I'll be climbing the walls for sure.
Hi, Captain. What's with Spider-Man? Trouble again?
Oh, it's you, Parker. The little man with the big ears. How'd you get away from your babysitter?
Only doing my job, Captain. Anything new in the Robin Hood heist?
Not a thing. No fingerprints, no weapon, no nothing. Just this feather.
Might as well get a picture of it. Anything to keep old Jameson quiet. A feather from a Robin Hood hat, a fancy 3 Musketeer hat, and the Paul Revere Yankee Doodle bit. Looks to me like the work of one man, a sort of Mad Hatter of Manhattan. Any theories, Captain?
We're working on it, Sonny. We're working on it. Now, why don't you pick up your hat and your marbles and run along like a good little boy? I got work to do.
Okay. Don't go away mad.
Hey, Mulligan! I want a 24-hour guard put on the Queen Britannia when she docks on Friday. She's carrying the Caldorian crown jewels worth $15 million, and ain't nobody gonna get near that ship or we'll all go back to pounding pavements.
15 million. Just the kind of bait a brilliant kook like this Mad Hatter would go for. Captain, you're gonna get some help from Spider-Man whether you like it or not.
It is 12 o'clock noon on Friday, 3 days later. The Queen Britannia has arrived safely at the dock.
Okay, Mulligan, got your men stationed?
Yes, sir, Captain. 24 of New York's finest. It would take a whole army to get by us.
And with me on the job personally, this is one time I don't have to worry about any... Uh-oh. Now what?
The jewels! He's got the jewels! Stop him! Stop him! Stop him! Stop him!
Captain, look! Do you see what I see? Where? Way up there, on the prow of the ship. It's a pirate. It's Captain Kidd!
Oh, no, here we go again. Thanks for the reception committee, gentlemen. Just like the old days on the Spanish Main. But don't worry about the jewels. Captain Kidd will take very good care of them. You fool, you can't get away with this. On the contrary, my dear Captain, I am getting away. 15 men on a dead man's chest, yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of rum.
Look at that! He took a running start, and he's swinging on that rope, and now, I don't believe it. He's practically flying.
It's impossible.
I know it's impossible, but he's doing it. All the way from the ship to that warehouse roof. He's getting away. He's disappeared.
Adios, amigos! The biggest and boldest robbery in the history of New York, and a one-man job at that. Now to get back to the...
Congratulations, old boy.
Huh? Spider-Man, what are you doing here?
Hate to spoil the fun, chum, but enough is enough, and you're too much.
Now, take it easy, Spider-Man, take it easy. Maybe we can make a deal. We've got a lot in common, you and I.
No deal, Harry.
So, you know who I am. Tell me, how did you figure it out?
A feather in the hat my young friend Peter Parker was wearing gave me the first tip-off, and I've been close on your heels ever since.
So, no deal?
No deal.
Then how about some cold steel?
A sword, huh? Harry the Hat, the Mad Hatter of Manhattan, a swashbuckling romantic to the last.
Hate to do this to you, Spider-Man, but I gave you a chance. And as Captain Kidd might have said, get to the point.
Aren't you the cut-up, Harry? Be careful, though. You might cut yourself with that toy.
Whew. That was a close shave, as the man said to the barber.
Good moving, Spider-Man. Oh, what a team we could make, you and I.
Still no deal, Harry.
Ah, B, what a pity. Then try this.
My arm. Numb. You've got some kind of ray gun built into that sword. Took me by surprise.
And this.
Now my leg. It seems I underestimated you.
Captain Kidd doesn't kid around. And now, Spider-Man, because you know too much, regretfully I've got to finish you off. Oops! You took the sword right out of my hand.
Yep. Spider-Man doesn't fool around either. And now for the Webhead's famous triple twist over the head, down the hatch, rapper-upper.
Oh, look what you did to my beautiful Captain Kidd pirate hat.
How about that? Here he is, tied up in knots like a pretzel, ready to be handed over to the gendarmes, and all he worries about is his hat.
Do me one last favor, Spider-Man.
Sure. What is it?
Take this helmet off my head.
Helmet? Oh, yeah. It fits so close to your head, I didn't even notice it. Just thought you were kind of bald. There you are.
Whew. Thanks.
So what does it do?
By way of an electromagnetic impulse accelerator connected to the brain, it gave me the power to think clearer, run faster, jump higher, and hit harder than anyone alive. Till I met you. Now all it gives me is a headache.
Well, cheer up, old friend. You were good for a bunch of laughs, and you never really did hurt anyone. So, after a year or two in the Hoosgow, you can go back to being just plain Harry the Hat.